You guys got like a label?
Yep, absolutely.
Oh. Hell yeah.
Tell me when you're ready. Is it live?
Yeah, I think we're live.
Okay, Shaun, you can go live now. Welcome. This is the Close the Deal Show. I'm your host, Terrence McCray. Every week we bring you business tips and information from entrepreneurs, nonprofit organizations, small business owners, and venture capitalists from the San Francisco Bay Area and beyond. And this week we're going to be talking about another nonprofit organization that has not only made a social impact in the community of Oakland, in the community of San Francisco, but in the entire Bay Area. This particular organization is someone that I believe a lot of kids, and when I mean someone, I mean anyone that is looking to make a difference in their life, looking to become someone. You can learn a lot from this particular organization just by the name alone, Bridge Good. And I'm talking about someone who founded this organization. This gentleman, Mr. Shaun Tai and Mr. Nish, as well as Yudy, excuse me if I misappropriately pronounced their name. These people are changing lives. Yeah. And what I mean by changing lives, I mean by making a difference in the community through that social impact. So ladies and gentlemen of the Close the Deal Show and viewers beyond the Bay Area, welcome the Bridge Good family. Hello.
Squad up.
Okay.
Hey, nice to be here, man.
Absolutely. It is truly a pleasure to have you all here.
Pleasure to be here.
You know, and one of the things that I like the most is seeing new faces, but I like the most is seeing the change that y'all are making in the community. I see you representing the town. I seen you recently on Telemundo, you know, and it's wonderful to be around such good people.
Appreciate that.
So, Shaun, I have to ask you, you know, what made you decide to create a nonprofit?
That's a deep question, but I just want to say thank you for supporting our Bridge Good students and creatives at google.org.
Okay.
You came out, supported them, and that was 10 of our apprentices. That's what it's about, actually. And I loved how you started with changing lives, because that's what it's about. It's not about tech. It's not about what coding and everything that people think is hot. It's, at the end of the day, changing a life. So you heard from Efri, who was so proud about going from an artist to now understanding UX, one of the highest paying jobs in tech, right? You heard it from Amira, who was going through some life challenges, and now she's on her way to being a freelance artist. So it's not just about the actual goal of, hey, I just want to be a designer, but it's changing their life. And so that's what it's about. It's like, how do we take a raw artist, Efri, Amira, who else was part of the apprenticeship? Let's go, come on, y'all.
Jerry, Olivia, Emily.
So we can't forget the squad. You know, it's always about the squad, but how do we take artists like all the people we just mentioned and make them the best version of themselves to make a social impact through Bridge Good? That's what it's about.
That is my first question.
Yeah.
Growing up, Shaun, who influenced you?
Man, my mom. You know, my mom is a small business owner in Oakland since 1969. Let me repeat that. Oakland since 1969, not 2 years ago. And I just remember her loving the community, man. Like, to be honest, just loving the community. She would speak to people for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 3 hours, 5 hours. Like, Mom, you didn't even make a sale. You didn't even sell furniture today. She's a furniture designer. She's like, Shaun, you don't understand business. Business is community. Business is talking to people, loving them. And when they're ready, they will make a purchase. So I learned my game from my mom. So shout out, Mom. Chains
okay, definitely.
Small businesses since 1969 in Oakland. Designer, creative, single mother of color, you know what I'm saying? So she raised my brother and I herself. My dad passed away when I was 2 months old. So
sorry to hear that.
It was very tough, but my mom,
strong woman.
Everything, all the check boxes was my mom.
I remember you acknowledging your mom at the Google.org event.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
that is truly, something remarkable to be able to allow your mother to see her seed grow and flourish in the position that you were in today, changing lives the same way she changed your life.
Thank you.
So, Nish, what brought you to Bridgegood?
Man, opportunity really, and just the fate, the right timing really is how, I was just in class one day, just drawing as I usually do, sitting in the back drawing, and then Shaun caught me drawing, said that's some dope artwork. You should apply for the billboard contest. Applied for the billboard contest, made it to the top 7, right?
Yeah.
And then ended up getting the internship, and then I ended up getting the billboard as well.
So is this some of your work?
This is some of my work, actually. So we actually made these little zines for our Inspiration Awards, which is actually coming up in December. And yeah, the group of interns, which was my group of interns, which was last year, we had just made a bunch of these zines, and we broke up into groups. That's like my little animation of me. That's some of my work. That's Shaun Tai as the Nirvana baby. And then that's Shaun Tai as Pac,
Okay.
All eyes on Tai, what I'm saying? And yeah, no, so we were just having fun with it and trying to make something beautiful for the Inspiration Awards, some nice, documentation, something that they can look at, bring home.
And Terrence, is it cool if I jump in a little bit?
Absolutely.
I feel like Nish, he's a very humble dude, but he was actually, that's a true story. He was in the back doodling, not listening to Yudy up in the front speaking about the Inspire Oakland Billboard competition.
Okay.
Which is a competition where we let students like Nish get their artwork on 60-foot billboards. And that's kind of our flagship program. And he was kind of slacking off in the back, I'm not going to lie. So I go back there, and I just look at his artwork, what he's working on. And it was so inspirational.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, we need this guy to be a part of Oakland Digital, of Bridgegood. And I talked to him, and I just convinced him to be like, yo, you should definitely be a part of the Inspire Oakland Billboard competition. Enter. And he's like, you really think I have what it takes? I'm like, absolutely. So it's not about the contest.
No.
It's about changing lives. So thank you for now framing this show as changing lives.
And one thing that was major is just like to see the progression where I was just doodling as an artist, giving art out to my friends, to slowly when I came into Bridgegood, seeing the value of my art, building up, going into design, and now I'm the design strategist at Oakland Digital. Yeah. So it's just been these levels that Shaun has kind of just been helping me just kind of rise up, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Just straight from being just doodling at home on paper to selling, a piece of artwork for $500 to, designing for, all sorts of companies, and now, design strategist. So it's crazy. It's just crazy.
So, Yudy, I have a question for you.
Yes.
If Shaun wouldn't have never created this program, what do you find yourself doing?
Oh,
That's
it's through a Taco Bell, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I was working at Taco Bell for Oakland Digital.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what inspires you to be a part of this organization?
Giving back. Being able to give back and stay humble.
That's a deep one.
And I believe that I'm something bigger when I haven't give back to the community yet. So I really enjoy the fact that Oakland Digital opens the door for students who are looking for opportunities. And we're there to hold them and work with them.
Changing lives, brother.
I see. But in changing lives, Shaun, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, this is deep.
Actually, you have to have a business standpoint in doing all this.
Yeah.
And from what I didn't see personally, one of the things that I was truly amazed by is the fact of the connections you made. Right. And I'm talking about, you've connected with some of the major players in the world in regards with your nonprofit.
Right.
There are so many nonprofits here in San Francisco that have a curriculum, that have a model, but you've marketed to yourself where you're a brand, okay?
Thank you.
And you're actually letting people know, look, the kids that I'm working with could brand your product.
Absolutely.
You created a website for website portfolios for free.
Absolutely.
And here it is. These are the young kids that maybe at one point in time or another that didn't have a sense of direction with their lives. finding their niche in something that they enjoy doing passionately.
I love the way you describe that. We're visual people.
Okay.
Everything you see is a brand. You pull up your phone, that's a brand. Yudy is a brand. Niche is a brand. Bridgegood is a brand. And what we realized is creativity can change the world.
Wow.
And when we said that, Google.org, shout out to Justin, Mob, Adrian, and Chelsea, and Jacqueline, the head of Google.org, they believed in that vision that creativity can change the world because everyone's doing coding. You know, when you and I were growing up, we're from an older generation.
Correct.
They're the younger generation. Be a doctor, be a lawyer. Remember that?
Correct.
Then 5 years ago, it was be a coder without even understanding what that means.
Correct.
But Nish is an artist. But how do we get an artist paid? Have a career, have a life, change their life. That's what Bridgegood's about. So a few years ago, 2016, Google.org stepped up with the 6-figure 3-year grant. And they said, Shaun, we just believe in this vision collectively of what you put together with your board of directors. They jumped in, and the Golden State Warriors jumped in. Our goal was 2,000 creatives by 2018. We reached 6,000. So we tripled it. Yeah, and it's
amazing.
We've been at companies, UX sessions, user experience, which I'll get into in a bit. UX sessions at eBay, Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, AKQA, RGA, Tesla. And when you said,
and don't forget Lyft.
And Lyft as well.
Don't forget Lyft.
We're still waiting for Uber to reach out to us. We got to get them on board. But the things that we've been able to do, and I'm actually going to give credit to Yudy here, who's been on our team for 3 years. Behind the scenes, sometimes we're like, is what we do important?
Correct.
But then we meet a niche. Then we meet in the mirror. And then we're like, yes, it is important.
Okay.
So we believe, and I love you about business models. We don't care about these business models that you go to a business plan writing course and you write, and that sounds great on paper. We're the opposite. We want to deliver amazing products, amazing services, and we're evolving like tech is. The way tech is, they change every 3 months.
Okay.
Not 3 years. So we want to stay innovative like that. And that's why Google believes in us and continues to believe in us.
Now that is a strategy.
That is a strategy.
That is a major strategy.
Evolution.
Because I had a company reach out to me today, and they're in France, a website company. And I told them about your show. I told them about your company. I said, this is one of your competitors. They're offering something that you have to compete against. So if you could see something different in how you can create a social impact, and you're overseas right here in San Francisco, then you might have something. Yeah. But they're right here with the people, up and close with the people. So you can't do business from afar and expect results overnight. You have to get out here and interact with the people.
Exactly.
And that's what Bridgegood does.
Thank you.
That's what makes the people feel good.
Absolutely. And something that's interesting you talked about, tech is about scaling and numbers, more zeros. We took a look at tech and looked at the product specifically like a Facebook or an Instagram where it's about addiction. We're about inspiration. So we don't want you to be addicted. We want it when you come into Bridgegood, you go to events, you get a portfolio, you get some mentors, you level up your game. We don't want you in there every day. We want you in there once a while. But every time you go, it's going to be career building, leveling up your game. And I think that tech needs to listen to our model of inspiration, not addiction.
So tell me, how would a young viewer that is watching this show trying to figure out what is the best option for me in closing the right deals? You know, it's like choosing a friend. Is this person good for me? Are they healthy? So if I want to find an activity to get in, how do young kids find Bridgegood?
I'm gonna just let Yudy talk about that because Yudy has a daughter.
Okay.
And I'm not good with kids, but Yudy is. So I'm gonna let Yudy. We don't have kids, but Yudy.
Yeah, I will say if you're studying and you're trying to find your path in your career, you just go online, check bridgewood.com, create your account, and if you don't know what projects to put, not even which professional picture to upload yourself, then you come out to one of our open labs, either at Oakland or here in San Francisco. And then we get you started.
So you have a lab here in San Francisco?
Yes.
Could you give that address?
That's 188 Embarcadero at the Google Community Space every Wednesday from 11 to 5 p.m.
And did you hear what you just said? Our lab in SF is Google.
Yeah.
Wow.
So students from all over the Bay Area can work out of Google for free for the entire day, micro kitchen and all. Here's a game changer in there. So this Wednesday we had 3 graduates of UC Santa Cruz.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That you would think it's a UC, they have jobs right away, right? Not
no.
right. These were all people of color, marginalized groups. And they said, you know, we didn't get enough professional development from our school. Shout out to UC Santa Cruz. I mean, they're a great school. But there's people that are left behind at these schools. That's where Bridgegate comes in too. So it's not just about youth. It's about 18 to 24.
Okay.
It's about community college students. It's about anyone, third career, fourth career students that we've had too. So anyone that loves creativity, that wants to get ahead, but doesn't have the resources to do so. Bridgegate.com.
So how do you mentor someone who's going through that crisis, being the fact that you do have a mentor program for students that are in the program? But for someone just like that, you know, how do you mentor that, Shaun?
You know what's interesting is tech won't solve that. It's in-person communication. They sit down and for the first 2 hours, they're a little skeptical.
Okay.
And then at hour 3, they're like, okay, these dudes are for real.
Yeah.
Yudy's for real. Like, she might not be the smiling in my face like, you're great, but she'll tell me what I need to hear to make it ahead.
Okay.
And so by the time they left, all 3 had UX portfolios up and running. By the time they left, they had portfolios up and running. And then all 3 of them signed up for more events. And in fact, we have an event on November 9th at Twitter for Good. They can come and meet UX designers at Twitter headquarters. Not just go for lunch, right, Yudy?
Yes.
But work with professionals.
I definitely want to be
Bridgegate.com.
there. So please make sure I get an invitation.
Oh,
'cause
you
I
go to
definitely-
Bridgegate.com and sign up.
Bridgegate.com,
Absolutely,
yeah. Sign
Yeah,
up on the
definitely.
VIP access.
Absolutely. So repeat that again. People
So
can sign up.
on Bridgegate.com, you go to VIP access under events, sign up for Twitter for Good, and we'll be there. We'll be waiting for you guys.
And what would that event be consistent of?
So it will be consisting of a UI UX work session with real workers, real product designers at Twitter, and just collaborating on Bridgegate.
So there are a few things he said.
Progressive
UX, user experience.
Yes,
Okay.
The way you navigate through an application.
Okay.
Yes.
That's the hottest thing in tech.
it is.
UI, user interface designer, the actual SVG, the actual icons you see on a screen. UI.
That's you.
Those are things that we teach our artists and students at Bridgegate.
Exactly.
That sounds wonderful.
And
Very wonderful. So where does Bridgegate see itself 6 months from now?
Man, you know, every week we're changing.
yeah,
And I say that and it's scary, but it's so beautiful because, you know, you wake up, you want to be inspired, Terrence. Am I right?
Absolutely.
So if you look at anyone really successful where money's not in the atmosphere, they don't even care about money because they're so rich, right? They care about changing the road, solving problems. So if I woke up every day and knew where I'd be in 6 months, I wouldn't even exist. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. So I'm saying that to say, don't feel, for students out there listening right now, anyone watching on YouTube, Facebook, don't let society dictate what success is for you. Success for you should be your individual choice. As long as it's positive, helping others. Look at the squad I'm rolled through with. You know,
I see.
we didn't even know we'd be together as a team on TV, so thank you.
thank you.
Absolutely.
You blessed us with that opportunity. We didn't plan that 3 months ago.
No.
Now you get what I'm saying? So
Actually.
you live the way you want to live.
And we stay working in the present. So we just know that if we maximize all of our effort and all of our energy into being successful in the present moment, 6 months from now we're gonna be flying. It doesn't even matter what we think 6 months from now is gonna be right now. As long as these 24 hours that we use them to the fullest. 6 months from now is destined greatness.
Absolutely. So I have one more question for each of you. If you had an opportunity to tell a young lady what it is that you've learned from Bridgegate, what would it be?
I would say communication skills. How to talk about my work and the things that I can do for a company.
Absolutely. That's wonderful.
I would say along the lines of communication skills, I would say confidence. Confidence is key, because just coming up into a company and trying to apply in a company where you know they're gonna you know, pull strings just to give you the lowest salary possible, or to whatever, you know, whatever the situation may be. I believe that a young person, young woman, a young man, anyone should have the confidence to be able to stand up for themselves, know their worth, and to really represent themselves, and, you know, have that self-respect when they go into a workplace. Because sometimes it's easy to just give in to the, you know, the luxuries that they provide, and, you know, but it's hard to keep the mind clear and straight. So confidence, self-respect, I think that's key.
It's beautiful, man.
Absolutely.
I would say for me, what this entire experience taught me, next year we're going into our 10th year, and we have a capital campaign coming up to you know, expand our impact with the design studio. We have our fundraiser December 12th, Inspiration Awards. But what Bridge Goods taught me is that the people matter. And the people matter more than individuals. And if collectively we can change one life or two lives, you don't need to focus on millions of people. You can focus on your own community. So change starts in your own community, not with just zeros.
Wonderfully said. I want to thank you all for not just appearing on the Close the Deal show, but I want to thank you all for you all's vision, because each and every last one of you all has made a difference, not just with Bridge Good, but today, because someone that is actually watching is taking the initiative to reach out to Bridge Good. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Shaun,
much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you know what? Thank you for your vision.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
because it takes a team. Teamwork makes a dreamer.
Absolutely. Appreciate that. And you are definitely walking back anytime.
All right.
We will. We'll
Please,
back.
definitely come back.
Thank you so much.
All right now.
Before we close this deal, I want you all to reflect at home and anywhere in the world that if you develop communication skills, you can definitely close some deals. If you have the confidence in knowing exactly who you want to do business with, then you can create a social impact. So remember, every Monday night you can tune in at 8:30 on cable Comcast on channel 29. You can also log on to my YouTube channel, title my name, Terrence McCray, The Close the Deal Show. Press like, please subscribe. But always remember, if you want to make the connections, then come on the show and close the right deal. 22 minutes and 17 seconds.
Yes. Beautiful.
Absolutely.
That was perfect.
Shaun, I'm going to send you that invitation.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
all three of y'all, the whole Bridge Good, you know, let me know how many going to come.
Yeah.
Because we got a little gift basket, so I want to have your names on them. I want to put the names personally on them. If I just
Well, was I being real that my squad is?
Oh, absolutely.
This is-
That's y'all, man.
They weren't
every
even.
time.
No script. No script.
No script at all.
And I'm glad you saved these because.
Yeah.
I'm glad you saved those.
Absolutely, yeah.